Hello, this is Capcom versus SNK2 on a Dreamcast. That's Capcom versus SNK2. If I didn't enunciate, I can't talk. It's too late. Um, and it's very quiet right now. This is a loud game, but I finally found if I come into sound test and go in here in the options and don't actually start playing because if I play this, it's loud, right? But if I stop it, then it's not loud. Then there's no sound at all. If I pop out of this, oh no. But if I just hang out here without playing anything, it's nice and quiet. And I wanted to come in here because, of course, we have to do the Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown news update. If you don't care about Ultimate Showdown, then just skip to the next chapter. I make little timeline entries for all the main points in these videos, so just skip to the next chapter and we'll be getting on with some survival in CVS2 with Geese, and we'll see how I do at that. Probably be a little topsy-turvy because, I don't know, Geese is weird. Anyway, so Marvel or Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, there was the Japanese trailers came out early today around 4 a.m. Well, they did a live stream in which they showed the trailers, and the trailers came out on their own as well. One of the trailers showed probably like 3 seconds of a customization mode similar to the customization mode in Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. So it does have customization. A viewer... There's a discussion thread on all this stuff at virtuafighter.com, which is a fan site, and good discussions going on there. Somebody pointed out that the Japanese website, which also just opened up, shows a screenshot of Akira where you're selecting his costume types, and there's only 3 shown, whereas in Final Showdown, each character had... I think it was 6. He said it was 5 or 6. I don't remember. I haven't messed with Final Showdown in a while. Anyway, so only 3 shown there, and he was like, what the heck, man? Well, it also happens that a Famitsu interview with the chief director of the game of Ultimate Showdown, or as it's called in Japan, just Virtua Fighter Esports. This interview with the chief director, I think his name is something like Moriji Aoki. I'm terrible with names, and I'm probably butchering that, but something like that. And in this interview, he talks about a lot of interesting stuff. You can translate it with Google or something, which seems to be doing quite a good job these days. He did mention the costumes. They asked him about the costumes. He said that they are remaking them from scratch. They're actually remaking all the costumes from scratch. They didn't just run like a batch import process or something to take all these from the original, or from the Virtua Fighter engine into the Yakuza engine, which is what they're creating Ultimate Showdown in. It wasn't just a batch process. They're actually recreating them all from scratch, which is nuts, but it's nuts to import them. It's nuts to change engines too. So he said that they're still working on getting all of the costumes in there. And he said they're going through them chronologically because the costumes in Final Showdown, they came out in waves in updates in the arcade. Like there was one update where they added pirate themed costumes for all the characters and all that kind of stuff. So he said they're going through them chronologically, so that'll be kind of interesting to see as they keep rolling those out. The customization will be, this was also not clear at first, but it came clear during the day as new information appeared. The customization, actually specifically on the Japanese site, it finally revealed what's going on with customization, because in the Japanese trailer, it would, in the 3 seconds of the customization mode that it showed, the Japanese announcer said he was saying download content as it's showing this customization. So it sounded like it was going to be DLC. The video then went on to show a flashback mode, a Virtua Fighter 1 style mode. And this is something, I mean, they're kind of going nuts on this thing. It's pretty crazy. I mean, the nuttiest thing is putting it into the Yakuza engine. And you have to think that they wouldn't do that just for this. If it was just for this, sort of final version of of Virtua Fighter 5, they wouldn't have needed to put it in the Yakuza engine. So it certainly seems like they're doing it so they can go on to make something bigger with this modern engine. And they actually did ask Mr. Aoki if what about Virtua Fighter 6? And he was coy, and so he just said, well, we want to do it. We have to see how things go. We really want to do it. So he also said about making Ultimate Showdown or Virtua Fighter Esports. He said that the main production started in February of 2020, but then that was right as the coronavirus pandemic was, unfortunately spreading and becoming visible and obvious. And it started causing problems for their team trying to produce this game, and as it did for just about everybody in the world sooner or later. And he said he said that they really had to work like crazy as a result to get the game done, because this is all part of Sega's 60th anniversary project. And the translation of the Famitsu interview made it sound like I didn't look it up because I'm lazy. Made it sound like the 3rd of June is the 60th anniversary. So that's next Thursday, this coming Thursday, I should say. And so they kind of had to get it done by then, I guess, to be part of this whole thing. So I guess they worked like crazy. That's not much time, really, especially if they're converting an engine and doing all this stuff. So, hopefully it's good. Now, another interesting thing about there's a bunch of stuff. So I started saying there's this, they put in a Virtua Fighter 1 graphics mode, and it might be more than that. They didn't show a whole lot of video of it, and there's some screenshots of it. Destructoid put an article out on it. The Destructoid article is a little shaky on, they didn't even get the date of the arcade version release right. The arcade version, according to the Japanese website, is coming out in Japan on June 2nd, the day after the PS4 launch of the console version. So they're going to have an arcade version of the game because, I don't know, that's the culture of Virtua Fighter. Aoki said that it's just what they are, they need to do. And so they're doing that. So like I said, they're going nuts on this. There's a very elaborate site for the arcade version that just opened up as well. So this Virtua Fighter 1 style graphics, it's DLC. It's called a Legendary Pack. It's going to sell for $10 in the States, according to the Destructoid article, which I think is still the only actual information we have on that. That part sounds more or less reliable. So $10 for DLC. That will not be included in the free for 2 months, free for June and July, essentially, on PS Plus. It will not be part of that free offer for PS Plus subscribers during those 2 months. So if PS Plus subscribers want the DLC pack, they can get the game, but if they want the DLC pack, then they have to shell out $10. But it looks like you get, all the deals, all the costumes for all the characters, all the costumes they have so far anyway. And it sounds like I don't know if when they roll out more costume types, if that'll be free or what. You would hope, but who knows? Aoki did say that they also want to do new costumes that have not been in the games so far. Oh, another thing I want to say about the costumes, it's actually encouraging that they are remaking the costumes from scratch, because especially going from Virtua Fighter 5 to Final Showdown, uh, some of the costume pieces really took a hit. The colors got just slightly off. So it was really hard to do color coordination in Final Showdown to try to put together like a color coordinated outfit. Like stuff would just not be just mismatch. Everything would be mismatch. You couldn't find, pants that matched the color of a shirt or whatever, and that drove me nuts. Also, a lot of the hairstyles were just not well executed in Virtua Fighter 5. So while characters had, often dozens of hairstyles, they actually, you really, if you didn't want to look like a total weirdo, and sometimes looking like a weirdo is good, but if you just didn't want to have hair that just looked bad, you had maybe, uh, two or three to choose from realistically. Also, they were really bad at creating hats for Virtua Fighter 5. The hats that they made are almost all just too big. Like they just don't fit the heads of the characters well. They just sit on top of the head really weirdly and largely and awkwardly, and just most of the hats they're just unwearable. They just look so bad. And it was weird because, well, I guess it's not weird, but if you look at Virtua Fighter 4, the hats in there fit the character heads fine. These hats fit. So in Virtua Fighter 5, they really could not. Whoever, the modelers were for just didn't really understand how hats work somehow. So hopefully when they're remaking these, they get that right. And I have to think that, at least as far as like hat fit goes, they will, because they've remade the heads of the characters, so you would think they'll make these hats fit these new heads. What else about the customization in particular? So this legendary DLC pack, so yeah, you get this Virtua Fighter 1 graphical style, and it's not made clear yet whether it will be individual, like a skin that you can just put on one of your characters or something, but because they also show what looks like an entire scene of Virtua Fighter 1 style graphics in widescreen. You've got a VF1 stage, which were just these flat squares with a bitmap skybox background in the background, and then the UI is a simple sort of colored rectangle look as well, like the original VF1, it was just called Virtua Fighter at the time, of course. Now, I think a lot of people thought, because the Destructoid article uses the term skins, it says you can get low poly skins for your characters. I don't think they really understood, or maybe it was just a communication problem in terms of what they were given. But it looks to me exactly like the 10th anniversary, Virtua Fighter 10th anniversary, which was it was released in Japan as a pre-order bonus, I think, for Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution on PS2, but I'm not sure. But it was a pre-order bonus for something on its own disc, a PS2 disc, this pre-order bonus game. And it was Virtua Fighter 10th anniversary, so it was coinciding with the 10th anniversary of the Virtua Fighter series at that time. And what they did was they was like, well, let's go back to our, beginning of the series. What, 10 years ago was Virtua Fighter 1. So they took Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution's cast and the cast's moves. For the most part, they did not include moves with evasion in them, and I'll explain why in a moment. So they took the modern at that time characters, the Virtua Fighter 4 Evo characters, and and put them into low polygon models to look like their Virtua Fighter 1 versions. And of course, they had to make new ones for characters who were not around in the first Virtua Fighter, like the new to Evolution characters, Brad, Burns, and Go Hinagami. So they had to make those. They had to make versions of those characters, in these really low polygon models, which is pretty funny, and it's fun to look at them. So all the characters have these low poly versions, or they are in low poly versions in 10th anniversary. And it was very bare bones in terms of game modes. It was just, play through an arcade mode, play through, or you can play, local versus. And it had Virtua Fighter 1 style music tracks, and the Virtua Fighter 1 style stages, just these squares of different colors that the characters stood on. It also made you play by some of Virtua Fighter 1's mechanics, in that you did have most of your moves, the modern moves, the Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution moves, but you could not sidestep because sidestepping did not come along until Virtua Fighter 3. So you could not sidestep, and the jumping was very slow, super high jumps, like astronauts jumping on the moon or something, like jumping in low gravity, because that's how jumps were in the first Virtua Fighter. Fortunately, the game did run at 60 frames per second, unlike the original arcade Virtua Fighter, which only ran at 30 frames per second. When I do have recordings of the game on my channel, and you can go look at those. I did record it in 30 though, because the one thing I did not like, aside from some of the music tracks being a little out of whack volume wise, they added a flashing red effect to the health meters when a character got hit. Normally the VF1 style health meters, and this is in Virtua Fighter 1 as well, are just a green bar that shrinks, as the character gets hit. But they added in a flashing red effect when a hit is taken and the bar is shrinking. It flashes red in 10th anniversary, and it was really gross because it was really fast, flickery every other frame. So I recorded at 30 frames per second, so that eliminated the flicker of the health meters. And on my own screen, I covered up the top of the screen with a sweater so I couldn't see them. I was feeling very photosensitive back at that period, and it was gross. Strobing effect in the health meters. So that's 10th anniversary. So basically, that's what this looks like. I think that's what this legendary pack does. I think it's just adding on this retro game mode. It doesn't now. It's possible it'll be more than that, because for instance, in Virtua Fighter 4 Vanilla, once you got a character in the Kumite mode, which was the precursor to quest modes that came in later Virtua Fighter games, once you got up to first Dan rank, you unlocked a Virtua Fighter 1 model for your character, and that was really where this Virtua Fighter 1 theme began in the later Virtua Fighter games. It started in Virtua Fighter 4, where it had these character models, these low poly character models. So, and then you could play in Kumite mode with your low poly, Vanessa Lewis, looking like she's in Virtua Fighter 1 somehow, and she's fighting fully detailed, PS2 looking opponents in, the fully detailed, lit stages of Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. It looks really weird. And it's really fun. And you could use those VF1 models in just about every mode in the game. It was a little, you held down punch and kick or something when you selected the character to activate the unlocked Virtua Fighter 1 model for the character that you had gotten to first Dan rank. So it's possible they will do something like that, and you'll be able to use these Virtua Fighter 1 models in other modes, even online maybe. But That's not what they've shown so far. They have shown what looks like a, you know, a sort of stand by itself Virtua Fighter 5 in Virtua Fighter 1 style game. And in the US version of Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, they actually included 10th anniversary inside the game. So a lot of people may not even have noticed it. I don't know how I noticed it. I don't remember if there was probably something in the manual, and I did tend to read the manuals back then. Probably something in the manual said, hey, you know, if you go to, so what you had to do is you went into, in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, you go into game options, and there's an item in there that just says special. Like, well, what the heck is special? And you select special, and I think there's only one thing in there, and it just says something like Virtua Fighter 10th anniversary. You're like, what? And you select that, and it's like, it pops up this big prompt. Do you want to start Virtua Fighter 10th anniversary? And you're like, and it probably like prompts you to save if you haven't saved or something, because it's like, data will be lost if you haven't saved. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you pick it, and it just launches this completely additional game within the game that you bought. And Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution itself was, I think it retailed for like $20. So for $20 you get a full featured Virtua Fighter game, and then you also get this little game within a game, Virtua Fighter 10th anniversary. Let's see, so in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution itself, in the actual Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution game itself, outside of this, you know, the option special standalone 10th anniversary thing, you, in quest mode, you could unlock the VF1 models not by getting to first Dan rank. They made you buy them in the shop. I forget how much they cost. I don't think it was too much, relatively speaking. And that's per character. You could also unlock a VF1 stage, and I think it's well, no, they didn't really have a training stage. Well, so I've unlocked a VF1 stage. I'm playing through Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution as Brad Burns, and I unlocked a VF1 stage in the shop, and I think I paid for it. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember if I paid for it. I haven't tried to go look at it anyway, like in the game, so I don't think I probably didn't pay for it, because it tells you in the shop that it's only for use in like versus mode, and it also tells you when you highlight the VF1 model option in the shop in quest mode in VF4 Evolution, it says you know, only in versus mode, maybe training mode or something. So you can't, it's lame, because you can buy a VF1 model for your character in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution quest mode. That's how you get the VF1 model, but you can't use it in quest mode. I mean, how lame is that? You could in the previous version in Virtua Fighter 4 Vanilla, so that's lame. VFO Evo kind of, I'm sure they had some reason why they didn't do that, but that was disappointing. So you can mix and match, like it looks like you can mix and match VF1 style stages and characters, at least in like versus or training or something in Evolution. So maybe you'll be able to do that in Ultimate Showdown if you do buy the Legendary Pack DLC. Now, the Destructoid article, and I think again this is the only source we have for it, says the game itself will sell for, well, we do have the Visual Japanese site which talks about how much the Japanese version will cost in yen, but in English, I think we still only have the Destructoid article, because the last I looked this afternoon or early evening, the US VF site was not updated. So the Destructoid article says the game itself, if you don't have PS Plus to get it for free, if you just, you know, need to buy it, the game itself will be $30, but that will include the $10, what would go for $10 as separate DLC. That'll include the Legendary Pack, so you won't have to buy that in addition to the $30. It will come with the $30 purchase of the game. The Legendary Pack will come with that. So that's okay. It's a little more than I had hoped for the game, but I guess I can pony up. Uh, so yeah. Now the whole they've managed to make something fairly simple a little confusing as well, because it wasn't clear until the Japanese site came out and explained it in Japanese, and I used Google to translate it, that the character customization comes in the legendary pack. So if you want the character customization that they have ready now, which is maybe half of the items that were in, or maybe less, probably less, I guess, who knows. So it's probably something less than half the items they had in Final Showdown so far, but supposedly the other items will be coming along, and they'll be adding brand new items as well. If you want to be able to customize your costume, you get the legendary pack, and that enables customization. That's what it seems to be. The Destructoid article does not mention customization at all. It just talks about the VF1 stuff. And it isn't clear in the Destructoid article if you can mix and match. They seem to presume that they will be able to, but they don't actually seem to have any information that you will be able to. So I think Destructoid was not really on the ball when they wrote that article. As I said, they got the arcade release date wrong. They said it was June 6th. I think they just looked at the date like in Japanese, maybe, because it's the 6th month, and they got that confused with the day as well. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway. But it does seem pretty solid that the game itself will be $30. It will include, if you pay for it with, $30 cash instead of getting it free, it will come with that DLC Legendary Pack, which is an odd name for getting your character customization, but that's what it will include, and it will include the VF1 style stuff. Whatever that actually turns out to be, it is still not clear. That even the Japanese site doesn't talk about it. The Japanese site does have a DLC main menu item at the top, but it's still grayed out, so they have not talked about the DLC yet, aside from mentioning in the customization section that it's not in the DLC section, that it is enabled through the Legendary Pack DLC. So I think that's most of the stuff I was wondering about in terms of how the customization would go. I mean, I think most of my questions have been answered. It's not entirely clear if customization will work for offline play. Will you be able to look? Oh, well, so they also showed on the Japanese site a screenshot of what looks like the selection menu for when you're in customization mode and you pick a character. Then it shows you a list of whatever costumes you may have set up already. That's what this looks like anyway. And it seems to show, it could be that the list scrolls or something, but it doesn't, there's no visible scroll bar or anything. So all you can see is that there are 4 slots. Again, I think it's Akira, and it looks like the player just has 4 slots for saving costumes. So possibly you can only save 4 costumes per character, which would be a big reduction from Final Showdown, which gave you, what was it, like 40 slots per character? 40 slots per character? 40? Something like that. It was a lot. Anyway, maybe it was a little less than 40. I don't remember. I mean, the only character I ever filled up their costume slots with was Sarah, because I just spent like weeks making costumes for Sarah, because I mean she's sort of the model. She's got the proportions. She looks good in clothes. So maybe significantly fewer costume slots available in this rendition, but we'll see. Maybe there are more than that, and it just wasn't clear from the single screenshot, the single tiny screenshot they show. Or maybe they'll expand it eventually as they start to release more and more costume types and items. And it's not clear if when they do that, if that will be, additional DLC cost or not. But, I'm sure they will make that clear when they've actually got more stuff ready to go, and who knows when that'll be. For now, though, certainly probably less than half of the items you may have been used to from Final Showdown. Because there's only, well, at least for Akira in the screenshot shown, there's only 3 costume types available instead of 5 or 6 or whatever it was. But still, now we do know that there is actually customization, so that's good, and it sounds like they really want to expand it eventually over what we had in Final Showdown, so that's cool. Still no word on the netcode. People, especially in the States, want to know if it's rollback, what's called rollback netcode, which makes sort of predictions and sort of simulates what it thinks will happen. So it has to run basically a second version of the game alongside the version that you're seeing, or something like that. I don't actually know how this stuff works. This is just what I seem to have understood from descriptions I read of people who did know. For rollback netcode, you have to run a simulation of the game that predicts what could happen, and sort of that's what it's showing you. I think that's the one that you're seeing is the predicted one of your opponent, where it thinks your opponent will be, because, there's delay, so it can't show you where they actually are if it wants to let you play without feeling any sort of delay. So it lets you play in your real time against what is actually a simulation of your opponent. And, meanwhile, it is getting data from your opponent, but there's a delay. So if it finds that, the actual data I'm getting from the opponents, it does not match up with what I predicted would happen. So we need to match these up. So every so often, and this is, in a matter of seconds, if not less than seconds, it will have to sort of resync, and that's why it's called rollback. It will sort of have to roll back to the version where they're matched up and then go from there again or something like that. So in rollback netcode, it can be weird if there is significant packet. If your connection to the opponent is really bad, you will get characters sort of jumping back and forth, and it might have looked like you punched the opponent and knocked them out, but then you'll find, wait a second, I didn't knock them out, because that was all not actually what happened. It's more complicated to do than non-rollback netcode, which is usually called delay-based netcode, where you just wait for your opponent's information to get to you, so the game can feel like it's running a little slowly at times. That's why it's called delay-based netcode, because it's just waiting for the actual information from the opponent to come over the cable modem line or whatever you've got. It seems like in Japan they don't care if their games are delay-based netcode, because they supposedly have such, first of all, high quality internet connections throughout the at least the urban areas in the country, and they live in a geographically much more compact country than the United States, and population density wise, they're much more compact even within cities. So basically, they've got an ideal situation for internet play, and they don't really need something that's much more able to handle laggy connections like rollback netcode is. They can just do delay-based netcode and it still feels fine, because their connections to each other are so close and so high quality. But here, that in these states, there's a lot of places where that just doesn't work well at all. So players basically say that we're not going to accept a game if it doesn't have rollback netcode. Sega has not said if Ultimate Showdown has rollback netcode. The previous version, Final Showdown, did not. Um, so it's kind of seeming like if they haven't said by now that it's rollback netcode, it probably isn't. But we'll probably have to wait until the game is out to find out. Oh, so there is actually one more piece of news that just came out. The Japanese website says that the game will be, free for PS Plus and PS Now subscribers starting on June 1st, which is this coming Tuesday. But then it also says that if you're buying the game for $30, that will be available on May 31st, the day before, on Monday, which here in the States is the Memorial Day holiday. So that's what it says on the Japanese website. The US website does not have that kind of information. So there's no official word that I've been able to find yet on whether or not you'll be able in the US store to purchase the game for $30 on Memorial Day and maybe even start playing it on Memorial Day. That would be sweet. That would give me something to do on Memorial Day. I mean, aside from observing the holiday, of course. So maybe it's just their way of giving Japanese players a one-day jump on the game, because they were originally supposed to get it like way before it even was going to come out in the States. It was supposed to kind of start in Japan first, but then at some point, I guess they decided, someone decided that no, we should bring it out worldwide at the same time. But yeah, so possibly it will be available Memorial Day, and I don't have a PS Plus or PS Now subscription, so I will have to buy the game. So I will be looking to see if I can buy it on Monday, Memorial Day, and if I can, then I'll be able to record a session with it on Monday. For me, this customization stuff is good news and all that stuff, but it won't matter at all if they have not fixed the AI problem that I ran into in Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, where you can just bombard even the highest level, the very hard level AI with a simple attack, like I think goes back punch, just a little 2-punch special combo of his. Just do back punch over and over with Go Hinagami, and the AI will try to block, and it won't be able to block. It will keep dropping its block once in a while, and so you'll just keep hitting it, and it'll get backed into the corner, and you'll just keep hitting it, and it'll eventually just die. And just about every character I tried it with, I was able to find pretty quickly an attack that they could use to just beat down the AI's defense that way, just using the same attack over and over. So that's bad AI. And it kind of, I managed to ruin the game for myself because of that, and I just stopped playing because, I could try to fight the AI normally, but if I start to not do so well, I just start to think, well, why am I trying to fight it by, the usual Virtua Fighter rules and having trouble? I could just start just mashing the button on this one attack over and over, and I would be doing better than this. And so that it was ridiculous. So I stopped playing. So I don't think it's likely that they will have changed the AI from Final Showdown. So I think it's pretty likely that problem will still be in Ultimate Showdown. So that's the first thing I'm going to check when I get the game. I will try to see if I can just crack the AI like that, and if I can, that'll be it. I'll leave the game installed and I'll check it when it gets updated. To see if they do anything with the AI. But the chances that they'll fix it now when they never fixed it before in Final Showdown. I don't know when it broke in Final Showdown, or maybe it was broken before that. It was not broken in Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla on PS3. You could not do that in Vanilla. It doesn't work. Vanilla has another AI problem, which is that the AI cannot defend against throws very well. But that's a different, so in Vanilla, when you get to a high rank or a high AI difficulty level, the AI is very good at blocking and countering punches and kicks and so forth, but it is no better at defending against throws than it was at, the beginner difficulty level. So the strategy just becomes, well, just throw. It's way higher success rate than anything else you could do. So I ruined Virtua Fighter 5 Vanilla for myself as well. And that's why I'm not playing that anymore. So I don't know if that's actually fixed in Final Showdown. I didn't find that until after I'd found the spam with punches and kicks type of stuff in Final Showdown, and I'd already stopped playing Final Showdown. So that could still be a problem in Final Showdown. But they actually, between 5 and Final Showdown, they totally revamped the throw system. So maybe that fixed that. I don't know. So yeah, I hope I guess if when I test the AI, with the punch and kick spam, if that seems to be fixed, then I guess I'll have to test it with throws and see if I can just throw the highest difficulty AI easily. And hopefully that will be fixed as well. Maybe it's already fixed in the Final Showdown. I don't know. So it'll be interesting. It could be that I just make one episode of Ultimate Showdown, but we'll see. And if I do find it's broken, and you care about that kind of thing too, then hopefully you guys will help me tell people on social media and Sega or whoever, get some sort of attention on the video, on the problem, because it was weird. When I found the problem, and the problem was this was years after Final Showdown had come out, because of course I'm playing everything late. So I went and posted on virtuafighter.com, the fan site, for instance, and I said, hey, look, here's this video of me just breaking the AI by spamming simple attacks. This kind of sucks. And there was really no response. Nobody cared anymore. The people playing Final Showdown now are playing it. They're still playing the old delay-based online, and that's only a handful of people. Well, probably a little more than a handful. I don't know. In Japan, it's certainly more than a handful. That's why Sega's doing Ultimate Showdown. Okay, so I think that's just about all the possible rambling on I can do about new news developments for Ultimate Showdown. It will have customization. Not all the items are in yet because they're remaking them from scratch. And that will be part of the Legendary Pack, which has this wacky Virtua Fighter 1 stuff, which may be a standalone Virtua Fighter 1 style mode using the Virtua Fighter 5 cast and moves. But it's not clear quite what that'll be yet. It looks like, it's definitely got the graphical stylings of Virtua Fighter 1. When you decide to use this pack, however you use it. When you use the legendary mode, who knows what it'll be called. But also the legendary pack will enable regular customization of the, regular high polygon character costumes. And possibly will be out Memorial Day, not super clear. And that would just be if you're purchasing the game for PS Plus. It's not until June 1st, the next day. And that's in Japan. It's been announced for the 31st. You'll be able to buy it on the 31st. It's not clear if the US store will do that or any of the other stores. That's just on the Japanese site. So anyway, that's all I can think of. Why don't we just play some CVS 2? Oh yeah, bring in the noise. Oh man, I have this on difficulty 5. Okay. So I've just been doing survival mode. I've been doing infinite survival, which is probably a bad idea because you get to a mini-boss as, I think, a 10th opponent, and they're super tough, and I'll probably never beat the mini-boss because by that time you tend to be low on health. But, I don't know, I like the UI better, so until I start getting to the mini-boss regularly, I'll just do this one. So my random character selector, oh, I have a custom groove. It's this one, I think. Gives me chain combos and silly stuff. A rage meter and chain combos is the main thing. So I said Geese, and I'm gonna hit, say, medium kick for the color. Well, it's medium kick on my PS4 stick running through a converter, so who knows, through a Brook super adapter.
Ready? Fight!
Oh, I get to fight my son first. Oh yeah, this groove also has, this custom groove also has throws. This Geese color is sweet. Look at this color. Very subtle coloration, I love that. Not that I object to blaring colors, but this is just nice looking. So Geese is pretty good at rolling and throwing, which is good because that's what I like a lot. I've never really been able to get most of Geese's special moves, because they're just weird. I mean, let's look at this. So he's got a quarter circle forward punch with two of the punch buttons, not all of them. He's got then the other punch button does a different move with quarter circle forward. And he's got a quarter circle back, but it's some kind of condition. This is the Japanese version of the game. I keep forgetting if CVS 2 came out in the States on Dreamcast. Maybe it didn't. I don't remember. The Dreamcast I have is Japanese because I got it originally to play the Japanese version of King of Fighters 2000. The Dreamcast version of King of Fighters 2000, which definitely only came out in Japan. Half circle back, one of the punches. Okay, so all three versions of punch do a different thing for half circle back, or maybe they just wanted to give a different name. So he actually doesn't have that many moves. He's got quarter circle forward punch, half circle back punch. I mean, motions anyway, and half circle back kick, and that's it. And then look at these crazy supers, man. I mean, come on. I'm not going to eat two. Yeah, that's not going to be happening. Neither of those are going to be happening. Nope. That's why I took the Rage Meter groove. That's the SNK, or the Samurai Showdown style groove. Samurai Showdown style super meter. So if you don't use a super, you still get this damage boost. So, alright, well. So one of these... Oh, so that's half circle back kick. I like that move, actually. Oh, I found a Geese special move that I like. One of these other special moves is... I think it's got to be a counter move. Well, wait. Oh, quarter circle forward is his fireball. Yeah. Those are different strengths. So quarter circle back is the counter. It's a counter throw. So if the opponent... Well, that's low. So heavy is low counter. Medium and light is high to counter high attacks, so medium. Oh, come on, that didn't. See, I can't do counter moves. I'm gonna get myself killed doing this. I'm wasting my rage meter. I can't do counter moves. It's so dumb. So I'm not doing it. So basically, I've got Fireball and this funky. Wait, what was it? Back? Yeah, back kick. I like that move. I don't really know about that move. I'm a dummy. And rolling through. Okay, not really moving fast enough here. Oh no. Well, now you made me mad. What was that? So I'm doing really badly because I was messing around. Yeah, that's why. But look at all the health you get back. So this if you haven't seen me trying to play this mode before, it's a weird survival mode. That's probably partly why I like it. I don't really like normal survival modes. But, well, I guess the other reason is I haven't got to the part of this where death becomes inevitable. Because I'm not that good yet. My deaths are because I'm bad. But it starts out in the first match, you get just about all your health back when you win. Then in the next match, when you win, you get back a little less than that, but still almost all your health. Then in the next match, you get a little less than that back. So eventually, you're not getting very much health back if you live that long. So it's kind of an interesting system. At first, it seems like you're just regenerating all your health each time, but then you realize that, oh, I'm not getting quite now. See, I had more health at the end, so now it's filled back all the way up. And you couldn't really tell that I didn't get as much back. But eventually you start to realize that, oh, I'm not getting as much back as I was in the earlier matches. So it's kind of funky. Oh, I just walked right into that, didn't I? Oh, man. Oh, it's too slow to get him on that. Double Reppuken. So medium is just a single Reppuken, whatever a Reppuken is, I guess. I mean, what's the literal translation of Reppuken? Oh, I think I'm a sliver under full health, maybe? Well, maybe not. What does Reppuken actually mean? Does it mean crawls on the ground like a snail, but fast? And on fire? Fast fire snail? I hope that's what Reppuken means. That would be rad. And you get double fast fire snails. Oh no. Oh sheesh. I like that meme. Yuri, why aren't we making true love? Why don't you truly love me? Hey! That's the wrong move. Oh, okay. I was not. Oh, sweet. Guess what's happening now? Ooh! Stop doing that. I was not really taking her seriously there, and that was dumb. See, I only got about, what, 60% health back? So maybe it drops 10% each match.
Ready? Fight!
It can't be that steep of... It's gotta be more logarithmic, right? Maybe not. That'd be weird. Oh man, I'm dead. Oh, 3 hits? Oh no, she was just waiting. I was a predictable chump. Man, that fireball was impressive. Well, I got to 5 wins even with all the goofing off, so I guess Did a little better than I thought I was going to do there. Look at me, Ma. What's he doing with his hand there? And why is he pursing his lips? It looks like he's about to take a mask off and just show us his alien face. What's going on, Shinkaro? Why'd you draw him like that? Oh well. You look good. Just a weird pose. Trying to be all evil looking and dramatic, I guess. And what do evil dramatic guys do with their hands?
Capcom, first, here we go.
Maybe Geese was just nervous. He did not know what to do with his hand. Maybe I'll do that the next time I'm in a made to sit in a photograph that I'm not totally on board with. I'll just get nervous and just do a Geese half-clenched hand halfway held across my chin. And people will be like, what the heck was that, man? You ruined the photo. And I'll just be like, double Rapukin, bitches. That's what that was. I was about to double Rapukin your faces off. I like this. So this, I hit my, I guess I hit heavy kick, but that only really matters for me because of my work adapter remap buttons and so forth. Well, yeah, the buttons are all messed up. Even if you had a Brook adapter, mine would still be different. Because I remapped them in the options in this game. That was cool. I broke his guard. Oh, that's sweet. He's has some really sweet normal move combos. Just sort of his own chain combos. I mean, I also have enabled just normal, like, light, medium, heavy chain combos with this groove, but, like, that 2-kick combo he did was not... Pretty sure that was not a standard groove chain combo. That was a Geese special chain combo. Which he has regardless of whether or not your groove will have chain combos. Ow! Kyosuke is so weird. Nice try, jerk. Go back to school. Go back to rival school.
Ready? Fight!
Now wait, can his double Reppuken go through a single fireball, with block the fireball with one hit and then hit them with at least one fast fire snail? I don't remember. Why is... Leo, you're just standing there. You're making this look bad. Look at these cheering fans with their Chinese flags. They want action. They want competition. You just got killed. Standing there like a dope. Oh well.
Ready?
That's, I mean, this AI in this game is kind of weird. I mean, I have to have it on difficulty 5 just to get a challenge. Although, actually, I don't remember if difficulty... I always forget this. I don't think difficulty level affects survival mode. Survival modes tend to have their own difficulty. There's one game I'm playing where it definitely does affect it. Now I can't remember what that is. I guess I'm only playing survival in this game and Guilty Gear X. So it's one of those two. I don't remember which one.
Ready? Fight!
Toto. Toto, we're sending you back to Kansas. There was the stupid joke. The Geese colors so far have been awesome. Hey, okay, here's a good chance to test. Oh, he did send it. Wow, he reflected it. I think. See? Dang. Man, they make Geese's attacks look really cool in this game. Really good animation. I mean, some of the, you know, he's from Fatal Fury. He was the big bad guy in Fatal Fury. Some of the Fatal Fury games had kind of weird art, weird character animation. Hey, I know you, Joe. You're from Fatal Fury. Oh no. Ah, the timing of that was real. Every time I try to do his half circle back kick move, I just got wasted. I'm up to 6 wins. I'm actually doing way better than I thought I would ever do with Geese. Oh dear, roll and throw got me thrown on Zangief. Oh, he's doing S-Groove shenanigans. S-Groove Zangief, this is rad. Do some crazy stuff, Zangief. Do your dodge. Oh. I love his throw animation, it's so silly. Oh, see, that was not a chain combo. Oh, I'm dead. What? It didn't go across the screen? I'm actually surprised Zangief fell for that. He should have... I guess he was still a little out of range of a jump attack. He probably could have got me with one soon. I wasn't even thinking straight. I was just like, got a fireball, oh my gosh.
Ready?
Oh man, that weird sword sound. Shoot. Got parries. Oh man, the parries. That was supposed to be a fireball and it wasn't. Oh sweet, I love that. Oh, hey. No. No, what am I doing? Oh, I mean, punched. I'm a dope. So why was Hao Mauer not blocking that? Is this a case where the AI just is blind to a certain attack again? No, wait, that's CVS Pro. Never mind. In CVS Pro, you can just do Morgan's Fireball. And the AI just does not see it. They will just walk face first into it every time. Wait! I'm doing the wrong button again. Oh, that punch was great. Oh, jeez. All I could do was throw him. Every time I tried my half circle kick, I couldn't even get it off. I'm such a dope. Well, 8 wins. That'll put me on my own little high score list. So funny, Shinkiro drew his facial hair and his head hair in such a way that you can hardly see where his head hair starts from his forehead, which is kind of cool, I guess. And then you kind of wonder, is that just shading or is that stubble on his lower part of his face and the front of his neck? kind of looking like a bad boy.
You have earned your place in history.
Yeah, third place. Look at me. Of course, that's just my own scores.
You'll be back. All records are made to be broken.
That's ratio match. Show me that. Oh, well.
Capcom versus. Check it out.
Okay, I'm gonna hit.
The Millionaire Fighting.
Oh, I'll hit all 3 kicks.
What an incredible cast of warriors has
If I can do this right, it's a little tricky.
only one team shall
The timing is very strict on getting all the buttons together. So I'll hit all 3 kicks, and you have to hold it, it seems like, for a second or so. Hopefully that did it. See what cool color we get.
ready.
Whoa.
Fight.
I don't know about this. I mean, it's wild. Oh man, I feel weird. I feel like I'm on some kind of European soccer team. Ow. Maybe like Scandinavian. Or at least North European. Or Canada, I suppose, but Canada tends to be pretty stylish with their outfits, and I don't think they would be this bold and sort of contrasting. Don't try to breathe your stench on me, buddy. Look at Geese, man. He's ready for embalming. He's just gonna cross his forearms over his chest with his fists balled up. He's ready to go to the afterlife and kick some ass.
Fight.
Just for beating me up last time. Oh, jeez. Oh, you saw that coming. So even the medium version can do 3 strikes. Okay, that was the light version. It's a light version. That's half circle back kick. So actually, I'm liking Geese here because I don't have to worry about a whole lot of special moves. Because I can't do his counter throw one, which is half circle, quarter circle back punch. I'm not good enough to do counter moves. I can never do them. And he's just got fireball on quarter circle forward, which, you know, even I can do that sometimes. Oh man, she's doing roll and throw. I don't know what she thought was going to happen there. Oh, I hate the snatchy. I hate the snatchy. Yeah, that's what I said. So basically just fireball and then that half circle back kick, dash in, 3-hit energy thing. So that's good. You know, that's and his supers are way too complicated inputs for me to even think about doing. So basically he's got 2 specials as far as I'm concerned. That's good. That's Street Fighter 2 World Warrior style. Old school, baby. I'm a simple dude. I can't remember that many moves. I like having 2 moves. 2 special. Yahoo! Oh man, Blanca. Oh no, he's being Blanca. Oh man. Oh wow. Yeah, chew on that, Bowser. Look at his hair. I love that Honda portrait.
Ready? Fight!
Oh, sweet. They don't charge up in my face. That's just disrespectful. S-screw again. The AI is really... Oh no, he was all set to block there. Good counter. Oh man. What? Well, that got a little ridiculous. Honda just doing his talk to the hand maneuver. It's a good Zangief portrait too.
Ready? Fight!
Oh. Dang it. Oh yeah, now you're trying that. I think you're just gonna waltz in. Oh. Oh man. Oh man. Oh no. I'm gonna die. Yeah. Oh, I'm dead. Ow. Ow. That was pretty cool. Good job, Zangief. Oh, I'm gonna tear my face off. Oh, well. I still get a high score entry.
You have earned your place in history. Inscribe your I know that you'll be back.
Maybe I found something like I was not auto-saving these or something.
Rocket, baby.
There's actually something weird going on because I thought I turned autosave back on. Oh, I didn't. I had it off because there were certain... I didn't want to unlock the mega versions of the bosses because I was going to do random select. But I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm just going to save it. I don't know, whatever. Save autosave. Okay, so now it should keep my scores. As I continue to get awesomer and awesomer, that's not a word, scores. Right? Okay, this time I'm going to do 3 punches. The 3 punches color. Here goes. Hopefully got that right. Look at that Honda face. Wait a sec. Oh, so he's in the Capcom artist style because he must be using a Capcom groove here.
Ready?
Yep, P groove. This is not the right color. Okay, I'm gonna have to try selecting him again. I think that's just his default color. Okay, come on. So normally you hold all 3 punches, but it does not use the remapping that you may have done in options. So I have to hit my non-remapped original punch buttons, which are all over the place on my arcade stick. I think I've got the right ones. But it didn't seem to do a particularly unusual color last time.
Ready?
Maybe this is it, I don't know. I would have thought this was just the light punch color. I can't live with this uncertainty.
Capcom, check it out.
Let's go to training. So what is the light punch color? Oh, I don't even know if this is like... Oh, well, who cares? Kyo's Capcom porter is so dorky. That's definitely different. That was my light punch, which would be the default color, except it's not the actual light punch as far as the game is concerned in that screen. So, okay, this is medium punch on my stick. Because to do the 3 punches, I have to hold... I noted this for myself. Maybe I got it wrong, but I'm pretty sure I have to hold... Okay, so that's different. I have to hold my light punch, medium punch, and medium kick to do the 3-punch call. So I'm just doing those buttons individually to make sure none of them are that white gi top with red hakama.
Ready?
Yeah, they aren't. Alright, well, I already knew medium kick, didn't I? I did that one before. Did that one first. Well, okay, so I guess the red thing is... It's not that cool, though.
Capcom, check it out.
Let's do, did I do heavy punch? I think I just did heavy punch, didn't I? Gosh dang it. Oh, no, maybe I didn't. I probably did. I'm kind of dumb.
Millionaire Fighting 2001.
Well, if looking dumb was my fear, I would not be putting gameplay on YouTube, that's for sure.
Ready?
Okay, so that's my heavy punch button color. Wow, look at that deep purple, man. They went deep. See, I like these kick combos. I'm getting not only do I get the cool Geese combos, I get the game's chain combos on top of that, I think. So it's cool.
Ready? Fight!
Man, my Hakama area is just like a black hole. That sounds weird. That's what's happening. Oh, jeez. Man, Yuri kind of messed me up last time, didn't she? I have to attack without mercy. Even though she's only the second round opponent. Oh no. I wonder what she says there. Daibo? That's what he sounded like he said. Wait, is he speaking English? Man, that Morgan portrait. Oh. I'm acting like the AI who can't see a Morgan Fireball in Pro. And in CVS too, I'm pretty sure they can. Ooh. Ooh. Man, that was an evil laugh. Actually, that was a Kareen laugh, just about. Oh, I can't even do it.
Ready? Fight!
I love how the AI is just like, yeah, we'll use the crazy grooves that aren't really as good as the other grooves. Ooh. Hey, what? How do I beat Dulcie? So I just get hit by everything. Okay, that's good. Doing really good. Oh man. Oh, hey, stupid fireball jerks. Not letting me do my dumb attack. Daibo, sucker. Man, he got me good. Not in good shape here.
Ready? Fight!
I got confused as to who was who. Stupid blonde guys. How is Rio blonde anyway? Is that ever explained? Does he just bleach his hair? Well, he is Japanese, right? Oh, jeez, terrible. Why am I speculating about his hair when I'm getting my buns beat? And he was flexing. No high score.
I know that you'll be back.
I guess. Yeah, there's the autosave. Maybe I just turn it off because it's annoying.
Capcom versus
Like, why does it have to confirm each time? That's stupid. That's not smart.
Millionaire Fighting 2001 is about to begin.
I guess the only color I've not seen so far is my light kick button. So, make my light kick button. Boxer.
Ready?
Oh, he looks good in the character portrait. I forgot that his actual sprite is this goofy looking thing. With these somewhat stereotyped faces it makes. So it's getting hit, which is not very good. Jeez. That guy was blocking about as well as I block. Which is not good. Oh yeah, Rolento.
Ready?
Look at Rolento's stance. Alright, enter it. Oh, he blocked. See, that's just back hit. I'm gonna do half circle motions. He's just standing there like a dog. Oh, okay. Is that some kind of crazy knife parry on my fireball? I guess he probably threw a knife, right? Just as my fireball was about to hit him. That was clever. And he just stood there for my next attack, though.
Ready? Fight!
Maki is awesome. Yeah, I played Maki in a recent, I think in the previous session of CVS2 I was playing Maki and had a lot of relative high success with Maki, which I did not expect to have because I'd never really been able to do much with her. But turns out she's cool. I mean, turns out I can actually play her a little bit. I always thought she was cool. I just couldn't do anything. It's a weird portrait of Joe. Oh wow! Carried my point blank fireball. Oh no! I tried to throw him and he does that to me. Oh what? Oh no! Joe is demolishing me. Now why does it sometimes only do two? Oh, the parries. Oh, this is getting disgusting. Oh no. Jeez. I'm dead. Wow. Well, smoked my ham. Jeez. What the heck? That was nasty. I mean, oh, it's so unpredictable. Because sometimes Joe just acts like a big goofball and just taunts him.
Here we go.
But there, he was just ruthless, and the timing of his moves was ridiculous. And then he cheesed me with the super attack when I was almost, when I was on 0 life, or almost 0 life. It wouldn't have mattered if I blocked or not. That was sick. So I guess I've seen all the colors. We'll do that weird green on my medium punch.
Millionaire Fighting 2001.
Well, it looks like I'm on the downward slope now, and I really should wrap this stream up soon because it is way past my bedtime. I've been way too obsessed with Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown news. Actually, this is a cool green. It's like a pine green. Slightly sort of off-white jacket color. I hate Yun. I didn't even know I hated Yun in this game, but now I know. Oh, come on. Oh, good. Oh, wow. Just dunked him right into the asphalt. Well, I guess I was a little frustrated with Yun. I just had to crush his skull. Now I feel good.
Ready? Fight!
Look at these conflicting colors. Parry's the first one. Oh, toe tap me out of... Oh, so once I got a single Reppuken past it. It's weird. Come on. Oh. Wow. Daibo. I have no idea what that means. It sounds like a badass thing to say after you just knock somebody out. Actually, it doesn't really... It sounds like you've got a friend named Bo and you're telling him to die. So in English, it sounds silly. Because who names themselves Bo these days? Well, nobody names themselves. But who would go around letting people call them Bo? I guess Bo's a fine name, probably. It's some parts of the country. Like, what was Bo Jackson's original name he was given? Was it Bo? Was it
Ready? Fight!
Bojangles? Bojangles Jackson? That would have been an awesome name. I guess he probably would have kept that, so it probably wasn't Bojangles. Ow. Stop that. Oh. No, this is looking bad all of a sudden. Okay, so he's Honda. I should be able to fireball him pretty good, right? That's what you're supposed to be able to do on Honda. Oh no. This is sad. I'm not going to get back to 8 wins again. I gotta go to bed. Oh, it's my son. I gotta beat my son. We don't see eye to eye. It's okay. I think he dresses like a punk. Probably hangs out with the wrong crowd. There's a stupid jacket. Ah! Hangs out with that Rock Howard guy. Oh, jeez, I'm dead. I don't know. What am I doing? Okay, one more try. One more try. I guess I haven't done my light punch color. I like that green though. It looked like a mighty pine tree fallen to the ground. It's okay. No, well, one more time. As I gradually slide downhill.
Capcom, here we go. The Millionaire Fighting 2001 is about to begin. Hardcore fans have been eagerly anticipating. Ready?
Oh yeah, this is actually the one bad color he has. It's like a moss color with, I guess you could say it's the top of some moss with the bottom of the moss as well. It's just weird. Oh no, it's S-Screw. You did an S-Screw dodge on me, that was amazing. Well, it's not that amazing because it's the AI and they can just read your input and cheat if they want, but still, it's kind of cool. Remember, Joe wasted me last time. That was not in the first match, of course. So I guess I got my revenge. My moss-colored geese. Moss-colored geese. I mean, what did geese do to moss? They might peck at moss, but they would probably just poop on moss. That's not a good thought. Ah, jeez, fireballs. What am I supposed to do about fireballs? Oh, he doesn't kick very fast. Stop it. Stop that. Stop your psychic girl shenanigans. Oh, this sucks. Get me in here. Ah. Dye my bow. Oh, that's it. He's got a bow that is the wrong color. I'm making really stupid jokes tonight. Okay, it's Honda again. Oh no. Ah. Yeah, fireball. Yeah, you can't slap fireballs. You can't slap Repukins. Whenever I do that kick, it's because I whiffed the half circle back kick move. But that's a really good kick, actually. That's just back kick.
Ready?
Oh, Oh, I hate fighting Nakamura. Oh, come on. I hate slide-in low attacks. I hate them. Oh. Wow, okay. Well, it was nice knowing me. Oh, come on. Oh, there's a counter. Yeah, I did a counter. Oh my god. That is really obnoxious. I hate you. Okay, I gotta do one more. I can't go out losing to Nakaruru. That sucked.
I know that you be
I have no idea what to do there. All his moves are horizontal, and she just slices my toes off.
Capcom versus Keep Rockin', baby.
Man, that blows.
The Millionaire Fighting 2001.
It's not a matchup I enjoy.
Cast of warriors has gathered here. However,
Just gonna do heavy kick, whatever that was. Oh, wasn't it the oh no, that was medium.
ready?
Oh yeah, okay.
Fight!
I love that both Rolento and oh shoot, I forgot his name. The other stick guy are in this. Anyway, we got two stick guys. Like an eagle? No, that's eagle. Oh no, Rolento and eagle. I know what I'm doing. No, I don't. Stop making this look dumb, eagle. I forgot he could do that. That was scary. Man, he's just blocking everything. First rounders are blocking everything. Oh my gosh. Wow. Holy smokes. That was kind of cool. Jeez. Did you see how much damage that did? Yikes. Oh, it's my stupid son again.
Ready?
Can't I just fight non-son people? I mean, look, kid. Slick your hair out of your face. It's got to go straight back over your forehead so tight that you don't even know where your forehead ends and your hair begins. And that's actually good for when you get to be, you know, old like me and you start getting the receding hairline thing. Take it from me, kid. Receding hairline with the emo hair is not a good look. And that's what you're going to be someday. That's what you're staring down the barrel of. So, make with the raw eggs or the Valvoline, or what the heck do you slick your hair back with if you're a like industrial strength greaser? Just some straight up Vaseline, I don't know. I made her mad. Until she's mad because she's flashing red. I did that on purpose. For once. Whoop. That was on purpose too, but it didn't work, so I'm not taking credit for it. That was kind of cool. Daibo.
Ready? Fight!
Oh, shoot. Yay. Yeah, you got fireballs. Well, oh gosh, dang it. Holy smokes. I didn't think that was gonna come out that fast. I'm not gonna try again. That was a good knockout. I gotta go. Well, Geese is pretty cool. I'm still bad with him, but I like how I don't have to use very many moves of his because so he doesn't have that many, and half of them are too hard. Oh, sweet silence. All right, well, I'm always unsure how much people can actually hear me over that. I think I've got the audio adjusted so you can kind of hear me. Okay, so thanks for watching this Capcom vs. SNK 2 with Geese in infinite survival mode. My only semi-functional Geese, but he looks good. I mean, just graphically. So tonight was Thursday night. It's actually Friday morning now because I'm up too late, but ignore that part. So Friday night, I'm going to be playing King of Fighters 2000 on my Neo Geo consoleized MVS. Saturday night, so that will come out Saturday, just as this video, which I've recorded sort of non-technically Thursday night, will be posted on Friday because I uploaded overnight. So yeah, my Friday night will be playing King of Fighters 2000. My Saturday night will be playing Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection on PS3 in Ghost Battle mode. My Sunday night will be playing... Wait, what am I doing all the time? Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution quest mode with Jackie Bryant. Monday is Memorial Day. It is also the day on which it's the 31st of May, which according to the Japanese website for Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown, the Japanese site for what's called in Japan Virtua Fighter Esports, that is the day on which people purchasing the game will be able to purchase it from the Japanese PlayStation Store, as opposed to people who have PlayStation Plus or PS Now and are getting it free with those subscriptions on the next day, June 1st. We know that in the US it has been announced that the game will be out on June 1st. I haven't seen a source for the North American store that says it will be available for purchase for $30 on Memorial Day, the day before, which is this coming Monday. But that would be cool if it was. So anyway, possibly I'll be playing and trying to break the AI with a stupid attack spam. Playing Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown on Monday, maybe. And if not, then I'll just have to get it Tuesday like anybody else. See, Destructoid's article said, it phrased this really, really weirdly. It said something like, Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown will be available for those purchasing the game instead of getting it free by PS Now or PS Plus. It'll be available for the rest of the people not getting it for free once it leaves the I'm mangling this really horribly. Once it leaves the free for subscribers promotion in 2 months. I think it's actually August 2nd or something, but I don't think Destructoid's article said that. So it made it sound like you would not be able to buy the game with money until August or something. Like just Destructoid. Just a bizarrely written article that was. Pretty sure you'll just be able to buy it with your money if you need to on Tuesday and maybe Monday. I'll have to check the store Monday and see. But anyway, so either Monday or Tuesday, I'll be trying to do some stupid stuff in Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. Hopefully. And if it's not out Monday, what the heck would I play Monday? Oh, I was thinking, I'm sure everybody would love this option. I was thinking of doing a long, since it is a holiday and maybe I'll have extra time. I should. I was thinking I would do a long Fighting EX layer session. I guess that would warm up my PS4 for Ultimate Showdown the next day, right? Because I don't play much else on my PS4 aside from Garo currently, because the last EX layer session I did, I was not happy about. I did not like. I don't even remember the name of the character, but it was a character who's got a sister in the game, and who, either it's her sister or her, also has another character as their alternate, who is their alternate personality. So there's these 3 female characters, and two of them are just not, I don't have any fun at all really with their moves. The third one, I think the younger sister maybe, I forget. Anyway, the third one actually plays okay. She doesn't move like weirdly or slowly or whatever it was like the other two, but like she's the one with the extending spear, like the magic extending spear. But the extendo spear stuff is goofy. So it just made me kind of realize that maybe this isn't really a very good game. Fighting EX layer. I mean, there are definitely characters in the game that I have had fun with. There's the Darren, the Zangief equivalent. There's the Dan Hibiki equivalent, whose name it's on the tip of my tongue. Alan Snyder, or some kind of Snyder. He's kind of kooky and fun to mess with. But there's definite characters that I am not a fan of, and there are mechanics I am not a fan of. I mean, the whole thing which the developers themselves took out when they finally brought it to GameCube, whatever Nintendo's thing is, Switch, the Goji system. That's in the PS4 version I have, and that's kind of weird, but you can mostly ignore that, so that's not too bad. But the one that was really annoying me last time was a lot of characters. I don't think every character, but you know how Nakaruru there, I was just whining and moaning and crying when she was slicing me in the toes, sliding across the screen and slicing me in the toes. A lot of characters in Fighting EX layer basically do something like that, but it's worse because they can then go from that slice you in the toes, or they're usually more like kicking you in the toe, so they can slide in, kick you in the toe, and then convert from that into a full, just like hits all over your body combo. And then if they have enough meter, of course, it's really easy in that game to combo into super. So the opponent's on the other side of the screen. All of a sudden, they zip in really fast, hit you in the toe, and then you're just eating a full combo in super. And it's like, oh, okay, that's a fun thing that you did to me, AI. Thanks. And then it just does that a couple more times. So, I think the last character I was getting who was doing that to me, I just started jumping a lot, and then they, that cut down their opportunities to do it, but it was still just, so maybe, I don't know, and even aside from that, the AI is not very good. I guess I've been playing it on medium, but most of the time it isn't super tough. I don't think I've been playing it on hard. I wouldn't have been doing that. But I get the feeling that eventually I will have to play it on hard. And I don't know. And I still haven't tried so I think I still have about 4 or 5 characters in Fighting EX Layer to try. So maybe I can burn through all of that, ending with the DLC Terry Bogard. Though I think he ended up being the only paid DLC. There were some others that came out that they just released for free. And I think, was Area one of those? I still have to do her. She looks, I don't anticipate enjoying playing her because her design is so weird. So maybe if there is no Ultimate Showdown available in the States on Monday, then maybe I'll just do a long Fighting EX Layer session and try to get through all the remaining characters, and then do some Kumite mode, which you can just sort of set up in practice mode. They actually call it Kumite, though, when you put the option on. And it's just random, non-stop battles. So, yeah, I guess that's something that might happen Monday if Ultimate Showdown doesn't happen. And if Ultimate Showdown doesn't happen Monday, I'll be doing that Tuesday, and then uploading it the next day. So that's what's coming up. Thanks for. Hopefully there won't be too much more Ultimate Showdown news, because I don't know how much more I can take until the game actually comes out, because this obsession has been really not letting me get as much sleep as I should get in order to do a slightly higher quality job of playing games in the meantime. But I can't blame it all on lack of sleep. I'm not very good at actually playing fighting games. I just enjoy them. So that's where we were at here on CVS2, and that's where we'll probably be at for the rest of the week on the other fighting games I'll be playing. But I try to have fun, and hopefully you sort of had fun watching me make a goofball of myself. And that's all. I'm gonna go to bed. So thanks for watching. Good night. Why did I do that? Yeah, just good night. Have a good night. I think we should all have good nights at least once in a while. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'm gonna go try that out. See how it goes. All right.